Shalom. We want to start by giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, HaKodash. We also want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And want to say Shalom to the whole elect that they're pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, striving their best to do us right in the eyes of the Lord. And we're a couple brothers from the Great Millstone camp out in Des Moines, Iowa. And we're just going to do a quick lesson through the Spirit based off of these notifications that I had pop on my phone, because these notifications is indicators and the times that we in. I'm gonna just read the top one. This is from End Time Headlines News. This is from yesterday, but it says LA on lockdown as woke mayor enacts curfew and finally declares local emergency. Just going into the different protests and different things that's going on because of ICE in Los Angeles and all around the United States right now.
Right, the different uproars of the people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because these type of things is going on throughout the country.
Mm-hmm. All right, they got a lockdown or a curfew in certain areas, but also along with this headline, it says earthquake strikes off Los Angeles coast, felt in Manhattan Beach in Riverside. And I'm just seeing these two notifications together, and it's reminding me of the precepts, because these is things that's straight out of the precepts. You got the uproars of the people, right? And you got the earthquakes. And we're just going to start with this precept that came to mind through the Spirit when I seen these two notifications.
You got this Second Ezra 9?
Yeah, if you got it, you can start at 1.
It's Second Ezra 9 and verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And we measure the times through these prophecies that the Lord said was going to take place. He said that different things would take place before his return. So we're looking out for these different prophecies, and once we see them, we can see the times that we're in. These prophecies is like our clock. And that's how we measure the times, but you can keep going.
Verse 3, it says, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, and this is what was reminding me, or this is what came to me through the Spirit, right, after I seen these two headlines. And it wasn't nothing crazy, because what was in the headlines was exactly what's in the precept. So it wasn't a crazy conclusion to come through the Spirit.
Right, it's the scriptures speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's the scriptures coming off the pages and playing out before us in real time.
Yep. It's just a beautiful thing to witness Yahweh Shem Yahushai doing these different things in the earth. And granted, these protests that's taking place, they could die down right now, but still, them taking place is showing what times we're in. Right, you seeing these earthquakes is showing what time we're in, and it's not gonna slow down. These different things are gonna keep going, keep coming in the earth. But you got
it's like the birth pains.
Yeah, I got that next.
Okay.
But before you get there,
you want me to keep going?
Matter of fact, you can just hit the birth pains real quick.
Let me see. Ezra 16 and
37.
Yep. It says Second Ezra 16 and verse 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, when the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Mm-hmm. You know, so just as a woman, right, with child, and that child is about to come forth, man, those contractions come. All right, and they start off minute, right, minor, but then they keep growing and growing and growing until that child is about to come forth, man. All right, and those and it gets to a point to where what those contractions, man, they slack not a moment. All right, which means what they're continual. Okay, and it's just uh like as the scripture says, man, with these plagues, uh yeah, with these plagues are okay, they're not going to slack. They're not going to slack, but they're going to keep coming forth and coming forth, man.
Mm-hmm. And they're gonna start being more frequent and more frequent. But if you want to, I could read this second Ezra 9. Keep finish it finish it off. It says, I'll start at verse 3 again. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Lord said these things, and now we've seen them play out in the earth. The prophecies is popping off the pages, and we don't have to be worried about these things because ultimately we have our trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It said that we shall not be afraid of evil tidings because our heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord. So the Lord said these things are going to come to pass, and we walking in wisdom. The Lord's going to deliver us out of these different things. As we was going into in our last lesson we did, we brought out that precept. It says, or we quoted it, wisdom. Matter of fact, I'll just grab it now.
But that wisdom,
Deliver from pain.
Wisdom of Solomon 10 and verse 9. This is Wisdom of Solomon 10 and verse 9. It says, but wisdom delivered from pain those that attended upon her.
Yeah. So people will hear us speaking about these different plagues that's coming on the earth, and you see the excitement in our eyes and the excitement in our voice, right? And we're able to be excited because we have confidence in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that we're going to be protected through these things. It said, in the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, roughly paraphrasing. So we have faith that the Lord is going to protect us. And we see in these plagues take place, we see that the kingdom is that much closer. So we looking forward to these different things to take place in the earth with confidence that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to be taking care of us through these different things.
I got that Matthew 24. Or unless you want to keep going.
Yeah, I'm just going to get these last couple in this. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the day that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And that word manifest is made clear. It's clear to see what times we in. How? Because we've been measuring the times diligently in themselves, right? Through these prophecies. So we see what times we're in. We understand what times we're in. It says, verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So the Lord's showing his different signs that his return is near. But you got it.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars.
And just to hit that verse 5, says many shall say I am Mashiach. They should say that they're anointed. Right? All just going into these different false prophets. And you see a great amount of false prophets in the earth right now.
Verse 6, it says, and ye shall hear the wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yeah.
Right, and all these proxy wars going on, right? These little small skirmishes, all right, that's going to lead to the very big one, all right, where what? that Ezekiel 38 will come to pass, man. Okay, where God, right? God and Magog, right, which is Russia, okay, is going to be brought in, right, and the least of the flock shall draw them out, right. These Amalekites is going to bring in Babylon the Great into this World War III, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but we see these little proxy wars going on and these little skirmishes, right, between these different nations. All right, these wars and these rumors of wars, man. You see, World War III, that's like that's like a new trend now. Okay, to just be talking about it and to in our lifetime experience it, man. It says verse 7, it says for nation.
I remember at the beginning of all this, they was making memes and stuff. They had the battlefield, and they had niggas building Fortnite buildings in the field. This shit, people making jokes out of World War III, but soon it's gonna be in people's reality. It's gonna be at people's front doorstep. But
Right.
that's all I wanted to say.
Verse 7, it says for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All right, and that's what we seeing, man. We're seeing nation rise against nation, man. All right, we're seeing these brick nations, okay, come up against NATO, all right, and want to leave their dollar system, all right, which is causing a strife, okay, and we're seeing like all these different nations, man. They're picking sides, man. And America don't got too many allies. Babylon the Great we don't really got too many allies, man.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna end with Babylon the Great, which is America being destroyed with nuclear fire, right? Via all these different nations with these nuclear capabilities, all America's allies is gonna turn on them, like it speaks about in Obadiah. It speaks about how all those that were confederate with thee shall lay a wound under thee. Spoke about the how the beast shall burn the whore, roughly paraphrasing. All the scriptures speak about all that bend the bow, shoot at her, right? So this is the future of America. This is the end of America, and it's going to be destroyed with nuclear fire. Thus saith the Bible.
Verse 7 again says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, man. We're seeing these orchestrated famines, man. Ultimately, it's coming from the Lord, man. Why? Because the Lord is using Esau, Edom, right, as his sword, man, as it says in Psalms, the 17th chapter, the 13th verse. All right, deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. Okay, so we're seeing that these famines are being orchestrated, right? These sieges are being placed around this country. All right, Babylon the Great, aka America, man, which is going to what? Starve out the people, man.
I just heard today about different cyber attacks that's going on. It's nothing for Esau to press a couple buttons and he shut this whole operation down.
The whole grid goes down.
Mm-hmm.
No one has water. No one has power. All right, a whole EMP will change life as you see it today, man.
Yeah, and you got these people in those World Economic Forum meetings always foreshadowing about
Proxy, what the poly crisis?
Yep, poly crisis, exactly. And I'm thinking about specifically they called it an epidemic of cyber attacks. Right, so it's nothing for Esau to make something happen. But these are the times that we in, where things is about to start happening on a mass scale to where everybody's gonna feel it. Said that these things the plagues is gonna come upon the earth. Let me see this real quick.
And just finish out this last verse.
Okay.
It says, this is Matthew 24 verse 8. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 27. It says, now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. It says this is a terrible thing to fall into the scripture says it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power, and the Lord's bringing these plagues upon this earth, and we seeing things, we seeing different plagues taking place, and this is going to keep ramping up and ramping up. This isn't going to be the last uproars of the people. This isn't going to be the last earthquakes, right? This isn't going to be. There's going to be a lot of things to come, right? Revelations 13 and 16 speaks about that MOTB that Esau is going to push forth throughout the four corners of the earth. So we got that. We got
He's already laying the groundwork, all right, laying the mainframe for these things to happen, man. Pairing your digital ID with your finances, with your health records, getting all these things paired together, right? Which is that graphle, okay, which is going to be that written information upon the RFID, CHIP, right, which is going to be implanted in your skin, man. Whether it be your right hand or your forehead, man.
Right. It's nothing for Esau to make things happen so that people would want to take this sea hit. Right. He does it. He moves in according to a thing called order out of chaos. So Esau causes something to happen so that he can have his legislation be pushed forth.
Or it says he causeth all, right? In that Revelation 13 and 16, he causeth all. I believe when you go into the word causeth, it means to construct. All right, so he's going to be he is right, getting that
System.
that frame, the system going, the mainframe going.
Yeah. I'll just read it. It says Revelations 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma, that's the Greek word for that word right there, in their right hand or in their forehead. And we see people like Elon Musk in office pushing forth his agenda with his Neuralink. You see people in Sweden already being sea-hipped. And just we see the groundwork being laid. Places like Whole Foods and Panera, they're gonna start having people. They've already started.
We got Palm Pay,
Palm readers, yep, Palm Pay, all that. These things is already in the earth, right? This is all a part of Esau's plans to see hip everybody. Right, we coming into the times where it's not going to be a choice, right? It says he's gonna cause everybody to do it, so he's gonna make things happen.
All right, he's going to destructure, right? He's going to destructure the dollar system, all right, and construct, right, this central bank digital currency system, man. All right, which is going to contain, right, and with that, all right, it's like everything about you is going to be put onto this implantable RFID CHIP, man. To where, you would literally own nothing and be happy. All right?
I'll just grab the judgment to those that take that sea hip. This is Revelations, 14 and 9. This is Revelations 14 and 9. It says, doom for the worshippers of the beast. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And that's speaking of them nuclear missiles that's going to hit this place, especially here in America. Those that take that sea is going to take part in that lake of fire. That lake of fire going to be produced from these nuclear missiles that's going to be shot off on America. So this is the judgment to those that receive this mark. So, and these are the times that we coming into. But we have to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai through all these different things that the Lord is going to bring upon this earth, and we're going to be taken care of. We're not going to have to trust in Esau and his system. But Khan, just to grab these precepts, did you have anything?
I had a precept just going into when you said that we won't have to rely on Esau and his system.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Isaiah 10 and verse 20. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, right, the elect, right, that remnant, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. All right, so the elect, all right, and us being the hopeful elect, okay, because we're hoping to be of that elect, man. We're going to stay upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. All right, the Lord said that His servant shall eat, while everyone else is going to be hungry. Roughly paraphrasing, His servants is going to drink, while the rest shall be thirsty. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, but that remnant is going to stay upon the Lord, man. They're not going to bow down to Esau's MOTB, man. Mm-hmm. All right, but they're going to rely on the Lord.
Yep.
Through the thick and thin.
You have anything else?
Nah.
Lord, with this video is edifying. We're going to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, B'Hasham, Yahushai, B'Hasham, Chakodash. Again, we want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and say shalom to the hopeful elect that they're pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, striving their best to do is right in the eyes of the Lord. Till our next one, shalom.
Shalom.